Hi, I'm Simon Walland, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about who is this guy, Simon Walland, what does he do, and how can he help me. Now, back in 2001, I was married to my first wife. We had two boys who were aged 2 and 9. I left her, and I was certain, I was absolutely convinced there would not be a problem with seeing the children. She was a mother, she loved them the same as I loved them. And unfortunately, that wasn't the case. And I was offered 1 hour a month to see the children. I wasn't happy with that, so I made an application to court. Things led on from there. And having been to court, I got the standard order at the time, which was every other weekend and half of all school holidays. If there was ever a way that it could be messed up, it was messed up. But I learned a lot from dealing with her and how she behaved and how to approach things. So I then became a Mackenzie friend. Now, a Mackenzie friend is somebody who is able to go into court with somebody else and support them through the hearing. Now that then develops, and you can then give people advice, and you can help them to get through the process. And because I felt that I needed to know more than I did in order to make a good job of this, I did a law degree. And much to my surprise, I passed the law degree, and I was then called to the bar as a barrister in 2010. Now, in order to attend a court hearing and represent somebody, you have to have done a pupillage. They are extremely difficult to get hold of. They still are difficult to get a pupillage. And therefore, I carried on as a Mackenzie friend with a lot of knowledge. I semi-retired in 2018, and I now live in France. And my idea was that I wasn't going to work again. I had done 20 years of it, more or less. I'd had enough, and I was dealing with people who are facing stupidity, nastiness, spiteful behavior, nasty and spiteful behavior. And I thought, enough is enough. I've done my time now. I can semi-retire, or I can retire. Didn't work out that way because I was inundated with requests for help and advice and everything else. And I've ended up in a position where I work just as much as I ever did before I retired. But I do it in an easier way now. So now I am a consultant. I have had two firms of solicitors who have used me representing clients through them. I advise people on how to go to court, how to approach court hearings. I lecture, and I have been training Mackenzie friends and training other people as well since 2013. And I do the training. I used to do face-to-face training, but now I do it all online with videos. Because of COVID, everything changed, and it is so easy to do things online. Now, how can I help you? You're obviously here because you or your partner or a relative or a friend, whoever, is approaching the family courts. Now, I would say that the dealing with the family courts, it isn't rocket science, but there is a procedure, and you do need to follow that procedure. If you try pushing against it, you are going to struggle. But most people, the procedure is a bit alien to most people, and therefore you don't know what you're facing. Going to court is a big issue anyway. Most people don't go to court, and so most people don't go to court in their ordinary life. So going to court, first time I'd ever been in court was dealing with trying to see my children. So for you, this, or for your partner or whoever, this may be a really emotional, difficult situation to go through. And you'll quite often think, how on earth have I ended up in this situation? So I will help you with that. I can give you advice and I can give you guidance. Whatever it is you're going through, I've been there, I've done it. I have been in court for 20 years and I have dealt with a multitude of cases. So whatever you're coming across, it wouldn't be a new thing for me. I would have seen what happened the last time I dealt with it, the different permutations of arguments from both sides. Everything is about arguing from both sides. So I can give you that advice. If you just wanted to know a very quick, simple question, you can ring me, I'll tell you the answer. If you want proper guidance with your case, then I can help you with that, but I do make a small charge for that. And it is a small charge for that. I can help you to write your court documents. They need to be personal to you. It needs to be about your situation, but you're not a solicitor. You're not writing it in legal terms. You don't have to get carried away with how you may see a solicitor write something to the Honourable Court, I beg to request. That's rubbish. That's not how you talk, and that's not how you should write your document. But I will help you going through statements that you need, position statements, whatever it might be, that there are things that you need to ask for. There are things that you don't need to ask for. Evidence is the biggest issue that people have. People don't understand how evidence works in court. You may think that you do, and you may see it on detective programs and things, how they get their evidence and use things. But most people will say to me, I've got some perfect evidence here, and when I look at it, it isn't, it's flawed. So I can help you with that. I can help you to make sure that when you are going into court, it is effectively me representing you as best as you can be represented by a Mackenzie friend. So I will do everything I can to help you get there, and to help you get there confidently and prepared. So I can prepare you for court. I can tell you what will happen in court. Most hearings are simple, straightforward hearings where all the court needs to know is, where do we go next? How are we going to deal with this? And you don't need representation for that. You don't need a solicitor at £250 an hour. You don't need a barrister for it. Most hearings. There are some hearings where you do need that help, and I'll tell you when you need that help. I can even attend court with you. Yes, I live in France, but Ryanair fly back to England for sometimes flights are £10, sometimes they're £50. It's not going to break the bank. So if you need help in court, I do train Mackenzie friends. I have Mackenzie friends who may be able to go with you if it fits in with their lives. I may be able to come with you, or you can do it yourself. And I will talk about all of those aspects and guide you through that. And I can train you. If you're interested in becoming a Mackenzie friend, I have what I would say is the most comprehensive and best Mackenzie friend training that there is. I have seen people who have trained with other Mackenzie friends. Some of them are Mackenzie friends that I have trained over the years. And I just question how much they can actually help you. I will teach Mackenzie friends everything that I feel that I would need if I'm going into a particular situation. They have assignments, they shadow me, I work with them, and I can either get one of those or I can help you myself. So essentially, if you are going into court and you need to know how to deal with something, and I liken it to, if you're going to go and fix your car, you need to know how it works so that you can fix it. You are in exactly the same position with a court. You can't just blindly go into this and think, oh, hang on a minute, this wasn't what I thought it was going to be. It isn't difficult. It is a straightforward process that happens thousands and thousands of times every day. Thousands of people, having just said that word, thousands, it reminded me, thousands of people represent themselves. It isn't difficult. It isn't unusual. The courts are flooded with people doing it themselves, which is why there is so much delay, so many problems, because people go in there, they don't understand what they're trying to do. They take up too much court time. Judges get impatient with them. I can put you in that right channel so you're following the right path, and it will help you tremendously just to understand how things work and have some guidance from time to time. So that's how I can help you. I can do as much as you want. I can do as little as you want. I can just be there just in case I might need something. I can always go and ask Simon. That's it. That's the Simon Walland that is there to help you and available to assist you in any family law situation. And thanks for listening.